What's up, boys and girls? Welcome back to another Dave Cave Dave review. I'm Dave, coming at you from the Dave Cave, and tonight we've got a metric ass ton of Star Wars Black Series to review. This is not a complete wave. I'm missing a couple here and there. I'm missing Ahsoka. I'm missing R2-D2, I think. I don't actually know what makes up this wave, but here I've got pre-Vizsla, Ezra Bridger from Lothal. That would be the season 4 of Rebels version of Ezra, and season 3 actually. Sabine Wren, Morgan Elsbeth, General Hera, Syndulla, Professor Huyang, and Marrok. These guys are from Ahsoka and Rebels, and Pre-Vizsla, I imagine, is from the Clone Wars series. So let's have a look at Pre-Vizsla first. There he is in his little boxy box. There's the art, there's the back, there's the other side, bottom, top. Let's put him to the side. Ezra here in his season 3 and season 4 look, but you did get a flash of this guy at the start of Ahsoka in hologram 4. So there's the front, there's the art, there's the back, other side, top, bottom. Let's go. All right, Sabine Wren. I mean, what can we say about this bird right here? She did such a fantastic job. Natasha Liu Bordizzo, I believe is her name. She was a great Sabine. I wasn't going to get this figure because I have the Rebels version of the character. I actually have two versions. The original version with the not so great head sculpt, and the second version with the updated face paint. Not the head sculpt, it's the face paint. I think that was just updated. Wasn't going to get this, but after watching the show, I was pretty stoked with it. So on to the next one, Morgan Elsbeth, this badass chick. I wish we got a flaming sword with this bird, but sadly we do not. What a great character. There's the art, there's the back, there's the other side, top, bottom. Let's move on. General Hera Syndulla, same situation with Hera. I have two versions of the Rebels one. Wasn't going to get this, but I mean, she was so good in the show. I thought, yeah, let's get an updated version. Let's get one to put with my Ahsoka show characters on the shelf there, so I can have the original sitting with my Rebels characters. All right, there's the art, there's the back, there's the side, top, bottom. Let's move on to Huyang. You could argue that this guy is also a Clone Wars figure. Here he is from the front. There's the side, back, other side, top, bottom, and lucky last, Mr. Marrok. Here, Mr. Inquisitor himself. There he is in his box. Art, back, side, top, bottom. Alrighty, it's all done. It's about to be unboxed, guys. I'm going to have them one by one on the table here. We'll do a little bit of posing. We're not going to do comparisons because we've got so many figures to look at. We're going to look at their articulation and their accessories. And yeah, we'll be right back with the first one. I will decide which one it is because it's my show and I'll cry if I want to. See you guys in a second. Alrighty, guys, I'm back. Here we are with Hera Syndulla, General Hera Syndulla first. We've heard a lot of talk about General Hera Syndulla in the EU stuff, but we did not actually get to see her until... Was she in Squadrons, the game? Maybe she was in Squadrons. I didn't even finish that game, sadly. But yeah, lots of reading about Hera Syndulla, General Hera Syndulla once again, but I don't think I actually got to see her as General in Star Wars until Ahsoka the series, so I was so stoked. And I gotta say, guys, just looking at this figure straight out of the box, so stoked with it. Look at that face, looks fantastic. It's a pretty good likeness of Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I've been a fan of Mary Elizabeth Winstead ever since she was Ramona Flowers on Scott Pilgrim. So yeah, what a great movie. Watching the Netflix anime series at the moment, which is pretty cool. So let's do some articulation, guys. So we've got 360 degrees on the head there. Her head's on a ball joint, but there's also an articulated neck, which you might be able to see inside of that shirt. If you rotate it around enough, you might actually get that neck out of kind of whack with the head and the chest there. But we've got it fine. She's got like a nice little flight jacket overlay. She's got, I don't know what that is there. She's got the Rebels Phoenix Firebird logo there. Please excuse the nails, guys. I'm a guitarist. See, this side fine, This side, not so fine, but those are my finger-picking fingers. So please don't think I'm a dirty bastard and I use them to, like, I don't know, pick my nose with or whatever. Let's be real, guys. I use them to pick my nose, but, like, you know, that's just a bonus. Anyway, I've washed my hands and I've washed under my fingernails. So we've got just a single joint, which is kind of standard for Black Series. Oh, hello. That reminds me of the show. Where were your eyes during all the Hera scenes, guys? I know where mine were. I was appreciating the lightsaber combat. Yes, that's where it was. Pinless in the arms. We have... are these articulated? No. These are on a ball joint, it seems. These aren't hinged. Okay, we've got a ball joint on the wrists there. Is that new, guys? I know the last lot of figures I looked at, that was not... Yeah, they're on a ball joint. Check that out, guys. They're on a ball joint. Should I take it off? All right, let's try it. Yeah, ball joint, guys. That's cool. I like that. I actually really do like that because it actually goes on nice and easy, and it, you know, kind of difficult to get off there, but yeah, you get a good range of movement out of that. Probably for a lightsaber wielder, I'd probably want that vertical articulation, have them holding their lightsaber back. You get some nice kind of moves, some nice kind of poses, I should say, out of those, like, you know, melee weapon wielding characters. But yeah, that's nice. We've got rotation at the elbow as well. Sorry, guys. And then we've got hip joint here. Not a hip joint, like a waist cut right there. You get 360 off that. And then we've got our ball joints here. We don't have any drop downs. We can get the splits there. We've got single jointed in the knees, which is like, I don't know, I guess they kind of favor their sculpt. Hasbro do for the Black Series. Their legends have oh, hello again. Their legends have like, you know, kind of all of the bells and whistles in regards to the articulation, because you want to get those comic poses out of them. But I guess with Star Wars, you don't really need that extreme articulation. But I've got to say, sometimes I do want the double in my knees, especially when I want like to pose up and display like a dynamic lightsaber fight or something like that. All right, we've got, do we have boot cut? We do not have boot cut, but we do have rotation at the knees. And then we've got our standard Hasbro hinge and rocker at the feet. So all in all, beautiful figure. She's got a nice little blaster there that fits in to the holster. I haven't put that in her hand yet, but are we suffering from Indiana Jones Adventure Series syndrome here? No, it fits in nicely. It doesn't really, like, it doesn't, like, yeah, it doesn't, like, squeeze in. It just kind of sits in there and it stays shut, which I wish the Adventure Series, the first Adventure Series Indy did. That thing's just flapping in the breeze. And, you know, the blaster fits beautifully in her hand. So... a fantastic action figure there, guys. Ooh, is she going? Is she going sideways? Yeah. Have a look at that. Alrighty, guys. So what a hello again. What a stunning figure. Really, really dig it, and I am glad I bought this. Please, I hope you don't think I'm being chauvinistic by commenting on her rear end. I just got to say, it was, do I even say anything about it? I don't think I should say anything about it. Let's move on to the next one. Catch you guys then. Alrighty, I'm back. Let's take a look at Sabine Wren over here. Natasha Lubor-Dizzo. What a fantastic likeness on that head there. Great paint apps, guys. Fantastic. Is that sparkle in the hair, or is that just like that kind of... you know how your figures kind of come out of the packet a little bit oily sometimes. I'm seeing some sparkle in the hair there. Are you guys seeing that? It's definitely coming up on the phone screen. But anyway, let's have a look. Cool paint apps, lovely little clean paint apps on the armor there. Wowee, super clean. Really nice detail. I mean, Oh, man, you gotta hand it to Hasbro with the Black Series. Like, they really do a nice job of making these figures look fantastic. And yeah, look, we even get those paint apps on the back there, and even Hera had her like icon on the back there as well. So yeah, really, really good stuff there, guys. Notice I brought Hera back, but I did not comment on the buttocks there. I'm trying to learn from my mistakes, boys and girls. I'm trying to be a more inclusive toy reviewer. I don't want to isolate anyone or make anyone feel marginalized or objectified. So here we have her belt. It's an overlay. Is it connected to anything? No, it's just a belt with the two holsters hanging down. She's also got her lightsaber clip there. We will have a look at that. Great paint apps on the legs there. Great detail. Super stoked with this. Let's do our articulation. Once again, head on a ball joint, and the neck is separately articulated inside of the body there. So you can get like, you can do a little bit of there. You can't make her click though. Alrighty, we got some good rotation there. We got our T-pose. I didn't do the T-pose with Hera. Yeah, she got it. Alrighty, and we've got our single at the elbow there, and we've got our elbow rotation. Do we have ball joints? No, we do not. We've got vertical articulation there, which is great. That's our lightsaber hand, and vertical on the other side. So pretty good stuff. Anything going on with the gauntlets here? No, nothing. No rotation? No, that's fine. I'm not expecting extra articulation from Black Series, as we said before. I kind of know what to expect from these guys. We've got our 360 in the waist. Our legs are connected by ball joints at the hip there. There's rotation at the knee, single at the knee, all pinless as well, and standard hinge and rocker at the feet. Let's take a look at the accessories. Mask is there, articulated. Yep, just like every other Mandalorian mask out there. You can kind of hinge that down. Once again, boys and girls, I apologize for the nails, but I'm a Guitaran man. And I've been practicing my finger picking and my lead recently. So, yeah, kind of need those nails a little bit long. A little bit skewed there. But usually I find that rotating the saber in the hilt will get rid of that. But I'm not actually getting any rotation there. Aha, I see. Geez, a little full of little like innovations, these Black Series figures. Always like a little hidden feature. So that actually doesn't rotate because, oh, shush Alexa. Yeah, that there are indentations in the bottom of the saber there, so that it won't rotate because there's a long indentation for that bit and a shorter indentation for that bit, and it kind of has its fixed position where it sits in the saber like that. I guess they didn't want to make the emitter look too fat to accommodate for sitting on the outside of the saber. So they made two little grooves in there. So yeah, pretty standard stuff. I won't pose her with that. So maybe I will real quick, and then I'll pose her with all of her gear on. So let's go in from the top. Let's get it in there, and yes, Ahsoka. No, Sabine. Yes, Sabine. Alrighty, there you go. Looking good with that saber in hand. Yeah. Great figure, guys. I'm so glad I picked this up. I did not pick up the Ahsoka in this wave because I figured, well, I've got so many Ahsokas, and I do have the Mandalorian Season 2 Ahsoka, so I figured I don't need her, but I haven't actually looked if there's anything new with her. And wow, that helmet's loose. That ain't great. That's like super loose. Well, it's staying on, but it's like really loose. I'm surprised it didn't fall off. Yeah, wow. Okay, so let's detach the saber blade and let's hook it to the belt. We've got our Ahsoka right here Let's put her in a arms crossed with her belt pose. Yeah, that's not a great arms crossed pose, but yeah, let's get her running and gunning. Let's go double blasters, and then we'll cut to the next figure. Those fit nicely in the hands. Other side. Let's go. Yeah, the hooks. I'm not too. I kind of like the lightsabers that port in rather than hook on. Let's go running and gunning. Ahsoka. I did it again. Sabine. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, wow, cool. And there she is. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, kadoosh, explosion, bam, biggity bow. Yeah, use the Force, Sabine. It's time to get you out of here. Let's have a look at another dude. All right, peace. We are bickety back. Time to take a look at Marrok here. What a badass figure. Great sculpt. Love those highlights. I did not actually pick up on those highlights in the show. Do those colors exist? Am I just like remembering it wrong? But yeah, I mean, this is really cool. Love that we get a soft goods, and also check it out with distressed cape feature. Love that. Really cool. All right, let's have a look at the figure. Let's have a look at the accessories. The head looks great. Great articulation there, and it's once again a ball joint inside the bottom of the head, and that neck articulates in the body as well. So great amount of articulation. Yeah, really nice there, guys. All right, let's check out T-pose situation. We can't quite hit it. These pauldrons are here. I think that's probably what is preventing us from hitting it truly. But yeah, still pretty good. We probably rotate, and that pauldron kind of rotates with the arm. Yep, I assume correctly. There's no butterflies or anything, or is there? No, there is not. All right, we've got rotation at the elbows. We've got single at the elbows as well. And what do we have in the hands? More. Ooh, look at that. More ball joints. Cool. I guess maybe this is just what they're doing now, hey? Did the Sabine, you guys let me know in the comments if you want, did that Sabine come in the same wave as the Hera and Marrok? Because the Sabine has hinges. The Sabine has hinges, whereas this guy and Hera have the ball joints in the hands. We cannot get much crunch forward. We get a bit of, not much back either, but we've got 2 points of rotation at the waist. I mean, if you're going to give us 2 points of rotation, what is the point if the figure doesn't actually crunch? So that's interesting. Standard stuff at the hips, rotation at the knees, single at the knees. We've got these knee guards that kind of come up from the shin. Not a lot of vertical on the feet here, because the armor kind of knocks into the shin armor, but we've got the standard swivel there. And let's have a look at the Inquisitor's saber. I'm got to be honest with you guys, I am kind of getting sick of these Inquisitor's sabers. How many do I have up on the shelf there? I've got the 5th, I've got Reva, I've got the Grand, I've got the, no, is that 4th sister, and then 5th brother, and then I've got the 2nd sister. So all up, what's that? 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the 6th Inquisitor. We just don't have the 9th sister. And who else am I missing? So I'm going to take those off. There is a port at the back here for the saber to be stored. Does not fit in super well. It's just kind of, I guess because this body like bit here is an overlay, and it's probably not reaching the port on the actual torso of the figure itself. So the cape kind of goes over it. Does it hide it completely? You can, I guess you can drape it over it. But then I guess it just kind of, that looks okay, I guess. Well, not really. It looks kind of weird. I would just pose it with him holding his saber in hand. But that bloody big peg there for it to fit into his back, right in the middle of the saber there. So yeah, he's he can't quite hold it right in the middle. Well, not from one side anyway. See, it's like it's kind of hitting or sticking up from his, in between his fingers there. So I guess you can just put it on the underside there. Yeah, alrighty, let's go, Marrok. Easy, let's get him to swish his cape out of the way. Whoosh. And it's time to fight. It's time to fight Sabine. It's time to fight. Did I just mix them up again? It's time to fight Ahsoka. Alrighty, boy, this is going to be a long review. 5 minutes on this guy. Let's keep going. Who are we going to do next? Let's find out. Peace. Alrighty, we're back. This time we have... What's her name? What is her name? Why have I forgotten her name? Morgan Elsbeth, of course. Night Sister extraordinaire, Morgan Elsbeth. Surprise Night Sister. Did you pick it? I did not pick it. But there we go, guys. She looks absolutely freaking fantastic. Look at that likeness, guys. Oh God, Black Series. Like I was kind of like, oh, I'm kind of getting sick of Black Series. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep like collecting these guys, but damn, here I am with like 6 figures. Yep, 6 of them. No, 7 of them. And I just got Scorch as well because I needed him to round out my Republic Commandos. And look at this. I'm kind of just like, every time I open a wave, I'm just like, damn, these are just too good to deny. Sadly, we don't get a weapon. We don't get a Night Sister sword or a lightsaber or anything like that. Or, you know what would be nice? The spear, the Beskar spear, but I don't have that. Because, do you know what, guys? I think I own like 7 Mandos. And I was just at one point, I was just like, I cannot with these Mandos anymore. They're just releasing him with one tiny little accessory different each time. And I was like, I cannot do it. So, so I kind of tapped out of buying more Mandos. And then, you know, I think the one that I did not buy was the one that had the spear. So yeah, I do not have the Mando with the spear. So once again, guys, oops. See, exactly what I said could happen happened. Let's see if I can get that neck to rotate all the way back around. Yeah, we just did a full 360 with that bottom neck bit. But yeah, the double neck articulation is really nice. I don't know. I guess I haven't been reviewing Black Series. This is the second Black Series wave that I've reviewed. And so like I haven't really looked that closely at my previous Black Series figures to know just when they started, you know, exactly when they started doing the double neck articulation. So yeah, that's interesting. I think this figure would have benefited from having the ball joints in the hands rather than the ooh. What's with the clicking? Okay, that's weird. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. What do we have in there? Yeah, there's just like a long peg going from the like crotch piece up into the body. In fact, yeah, right behind this, there's actually nothing under the waist piece here. It's just, you would just see a peg right behind it. I'm not sure if you can see that, but yeah, I'm not sure if the top bit here exactly matches up with the crotch piece. So if we were to remove this bit, I think there might be some exposed midsection peg there, but that's fine. Leg articulation, standard stuff, I assume. Ooh, we've got a thigh cut. Are these legs reused from Ventress? Yeah, we've got thigh cut. All right, rotation at the knee as well, and your standard foot articulation with not much vertical, and we've got those rockers. I hope you guys can't hear that the work that's going on outside. I know that I start all my reviews with tonight, but I'm actually recording during the day today. So yeah, alrighty, let's put Elsbeth into a fighting pose. Ah, damn, single at the arms, which means I can't do too much with her. We do have the hip, not the hip, the thigh cut. But I cannot get a dynamic pose out of her because of the dress. So yeah, that front foot is actually that was actually sitting on the back dress there. Actually, yeah, her entire front foot is actually suspended there, and it's the dress that's holding her up. So yeah, it's going to be difficult to get any amazing poses out of her. Only single in the arm, so you can't bring her fist right up to her chin to get her into like a fisticuffs pose. Yeah, so we're a little hampered, we're a little impeded, but that's okay. That's not so bad. She still looks absolutely incredible. What an amazing action figure. Really, really super light on the accessories there, guys, but wow. She looks fantastic. Alrighty, guys, back in a second. Chicky check it, boys and girls. We are back with Huyang. Let's have a look at this guy. Wow, cannot believe that we have a Huyang figure. This is great. This is all new. I don't think this is reused from any droid figure that I've seen before. Yeah, I'm not expecting a hell of a lot of movement out of this guy. But, oh, that head is... That is some smooth action in the head. Actually, all of these figures have had real smooth action in the heads. One thing I really dislike about Hasbro is the sometimes the ratcheting in the feet gets you it kind of limits how you compose the figures. But I gotta say, this whole wave has been yeah, real smooth joints, guys. Feeling like we're in Mezco territory up here. Not that I've played with a lot of Mezco, but I've just heard. Let's have a look at the accessories first. We've got a little data pad here. Yeah, pretty standard stuff. Painted, you know, nicely, I guess. A little lightsaber here, but why doesn't he have an actual blade? He does have a lightsaber in the show, doesn't he? So why doesn't he have a blade? That's weird. All right, that's a kind of nice little sculpt, I guess. And then his little backpack. Oh, it is articulated. Look at that. Pretty cool. All right, he's got his little arms. His little arms that kind of pop out, and I guess they come over his head there. Should we include this? Yes, we should. That's cool. So I guess it tells you exactly where it goes. These little brackets here on his shoulders tell you exactly where to plug the backpack, which way, which orientation, because yeah, those hinges there kind of fit right into the brackets. So yes, we have got a Huyang with articulated backy bits. Cool. Yeah, let's do articulation proper now. So these arms have 1, 2, 3 points of articulation. They are, you know, they don't have like a bulge on or anything. It's just swivel, swivel, and swivel. And yep, they stow nicely by folding in like that. Just like he's almost like he's wearing a little B1 battle droid on his back there. Alrighty, so that's cool. Head, real smooth once again. Got your 360. I don't know if I've put that neck out of whack, but it looks okay. Got 360 in the arms, but not much. I don't think we can get even a yeah, we've got barely an A pose out of him. Okay, rotation at the upper elbow, and then single. We go backwards in the elbow as well, which is interesting. And then, are we articulated? Yes, we have horizontal articulation at the wrists, and we have rotation as well. So that's interesting. Let's have a look at the other side. Yep, horizontal and rotation as well. Let's have a look at his midsection. I think it's just one joint there. This feels like, yep. All right, yeah, we've got 360 there. Sometimes when I'm like bending a figure like that and I don't feel it like move super smoothly, here's me saying that the figure's got smooth joints, and this hip joint is not super smooth. Also, bloody Morgan Elsbeth was clicking before, so yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. For the most part, it feels smooth. Those arms are like real smooth. So we do have 360 there. What does this little waist piece tell us? Does it hide any little features, any little holsters or anything like that? It does not. So there's nowhere for me to put that lightsaber. I guess he just holds his lightsaber and he holds his data pad. Let's have a look at the legs. We've got the legs on ball joints there, which is cool. Can we kick out all the way? No, we can't. Do we have thigh cut? No, we don't. Rotation at the upper knee. Single at the knee. Cannot go forward because he's got this little knee bit here. And then we've got standard vertical with rockers. This is pretty cool. I really like this guy. Really nicely sculpted, really nicely painted. The plastic itself, I don't know how I feel about this. It looks a little dull. I don't really, yeah, I mean the legs, it looks like the legs are like cast in a different plastic than the arms, and the torso, but maybe that's intentional. You can see the two different kinds there, so maybe that is intentional. So legs and forearms are the same. Hands, upper arms, and body and head seem to be the same plastic as well. A little bit of marbling I think I can see in the chest there. Not the greatest. It's not super smooth. It is smooth, but there seems to be lots of dings and little yeah, just like imperfections in the sculpt there. I don't know if that's intentional, but look, overall, it's a pretty nice figure. And yeah, look, he holds his accessories in his hands. His backpack goes nicely on his back. And let's put a little hand over here, waving over his shoulder. Here he is. There is Huyang. Good stuff, guys. Alrighty, let's move on to the next guy. We've just got Ezra and Vizsla to go. I'm going to save what I think will be my favorite for last. Let's find out what it is. Alrighty, my dudes, I'm back, and here we have Ezra Bridger. Let's have a look at this guy in his season 3 and season 4 duds. Man, that head looks fantastic. I don't know how accurate it feels to the animated version. I really don't know how accurate he is to the animated version. Maybe they've gone for like a midway point between the animated series and the actor from the show. I forgot his name. If you're watching, I'm sorry. Lol. But yeah, I still am like just a big fan of this face sculpt. It's just really nice. Just a really nice, neutral but intense kind of facial expression. There's a lot going on there. We've got the scarring on the cheek. His hair is kind of parted, which is not the hairstyle that I thought they were actually going for in season 3 and 4. I thought his hair was actually shorter than that. Yeah, so I like overall, yeah, this is great. I really love the colors. I really love the effects. All the little paintings and scratches on his shoulder armor there. Really nice stuff. No paint on the back, sadly, except for the orange trim on the top part. But the rest of him just looks really nice. Really clean paint apps in this wave, guys. Just really lovely stuff. Man, Black Series just killing it with this a lot of Ahsoka figures. I mean, maybe they knew that the hype was huge. So they were just like, let's pull out all the stops and, go crazy with the figures. Let's make them all look amazing. Yeah, so let's have a look at the hands. We have, whoa, that's weird. Okay, we've got horizontal in the left hand, and okay, yeah, they've given us vertical in the right hand, which is okay, I guess. We've got one lightsaber hand, but I can't get a hell of a lot up with that, but I can get some down, which will give us some nice thrusty poses, Alrighty, let's have a look at waist. Right, always feels a bit weird. Like I twisted I twisted and snapped off a joint in the effect piece for my Galactus, guys, my HasLab Galactus. So I'm always so ginger with any joints that give me any kind of like resistance, because yeah, I sat there twisting the piece. It's the piece that the Silver Surfer sits on that Galactus holds in his hand, and I twisted that piece until it just twisted right off, and I am spewing. I saw one on eBay for like $40, and I was like, oh, I could totally afford $40. That's okay. I spent so much money on the figure itself. What's another $40? And then it just disappeared the next day. Someone must have picked it up. So I don't know if that hair on Sabine was sparkling, because I'm getting the same effect from Ezra here. So yeah, I don't know if they intentionally gave Ezra sparkly hair. I don't know if he was a especially sparkly haired gentleman. That's not really the vibe that I got from the cartoon. Ooh, we've got thigh cut, but it's interesting that the thigh cut is kind of, I think the leg articulation will be slightly impeded by these like holsters, the like belt piece kind of coming over the thighs here, but also we've only got single joint at the knee, but I'm sure we'll be able to get some nice poses out of this guy. All the same hero pose for Ezra. The superhero landing pose for Ezra. There it is, folks. Yeah, just like She-Hulk there. Just like Yelena Belova in Black Widow. Yeah, so I don't know why we've got the thigh cut there in this figure. It's interesting, but I'm digging it. That's fine. Just give us all the articulation. It looks totally fine in a figure that has like wrinkly jeans there, guys. I am totally here for the extra articulation. So we've got a loop for the saber, but once again, if you heard me before, I'm more a fan of the sabers that port in rather than the sabers that hang. It's just a little finicky. His blaster, does it fit nicely in the holster? It fits okay in that holster, but it looks a bit awkward because am I supposed to be shoving this down? It looks like there's a part of the holster that's kind of stopping it from, oh yeah, there it is. All right, yeah, that looks fine. Okay, what is his blaster there? It kind of looks like a DL44. Is that a DL44? Is that exactly a DL44? Is it DL44? I'm just trying to have a look there. No, it kind of looks like a DL44. Yeah, okay. So let's pop that. Oh, you silly buggers. What they've done is they've put the horizontal articulation on the trigger hand, which is also the hand on the side of the holster, and then we've got the the vertical articulation, which is good for the lightsaber hands, and then we've got the horizontal on the non-trigger hand, which is obviously the hand that they intended you to use the lightsaber for. But yeah, I mean, like, the horizontal articulation is not the best for our saber wielders. So that is sad. But anyway, whatevs, guys. Let's just holster this blaster and put him in a cool lightsaber pose before we move on to what looks to be my favorite figure in this lot. Have you guessed who it is? Do you remember who that figure was? It's the only one that isn't in the Ahsoka wave. Let's just do a quick pose with Mr. Ezra here, and let's find out. Washer. Yes, Ezra. Yeah, mate. All right, there he is. All right, yeah, the articulation in the legs, interesting. I mean, I feel like I have to put him in like a kneeling pose because he's got those, the thigh cut there, but you know, this is fine too. Yeah, good stuff, guys. Alrighty, I'm back, and here we have what looks to be my favorite of this bunch that I'm reviewing today. Although, I mean, they've all been just gorgeous figures today, honestly. Marrok is probably my least favorite, but like, they're just looking at the pile of them next to me right now. They are all gorgeous. There's so many positives about all of them, but I think this guy is my favorite, despite being like on a buck that's been reused like, you know, so many times. Looking at my shelf, I've got the like the Maul Mandalorian Super Commando there. I've got Axe Woves. I've got, you know, just the regular the blue Mandalorian Trooper. I've got what's her name? What's Bo-Katan's offside there? I forget her name. I'm drawing blanks today. Just so many Mandos, guys. So many bloody Mandos on the shelf up there. And so yeah, this is a buck that I've bought so many times. Is this the same as the Django as well? It could be. It could very well be the same as the Django buck. But look, guys, regardless, this guy looks fantastic, and it's all down to the accessories and the head sculpt. And just look at that head sculpt, guys. Like, just the meanness. This guy is mean. Oh, I cannot wait to pose him with Bo-Katan. That's going to look so badass. I've got Bo-Katan up there holding the Darksaber now, but this guy comes with his own Darksaber as well, which is just like, I mean, you know, you can pay Hasbro out for like not including so many accessories with their characters because they want to re-release them with that accessory and try and force an extra purchase out of you later on down the line. But this guy comes with everything he should. So cool. Just look at that head. Let's do the articulation real quick. Yeah, we don't have that double neck articulation, so this is probably that Django Fett body. And look at that waist as well. There's no crunch, but it's just like basic rotation. Interesting. Yeah, so we've got a hinge into a ball joint that goes into that head there. We can hit our T-pose like, okay, not quite. We've got rotation at the arms. These pauldrons are not the like little flappy ones that rotate with the arm, but they are just like fixed part of the mold of this upper arm here. We've got single there. We've got rotation at the lower. Actually, we've got rotation at the top, at the upper elbow, and actually it swivels there. It's not in the actual joint. There's like a cut across the bicep there, bicep cut, and then the gauntlet rotates as well. So that's cool. And then we've got horizontal in the hand there. And it's the same on the other side, I imagine. Yes, it is horizontal in the hand as well. So yeah, we are on an old buck here, but it's still doing it for me. Paint is super clean on the chest. We've got the Death Watch logo there. I imagine that's the Death Watch logo. Drawn so many blanks today, guys. And then this bottom part here, we are not getting much in regards to splits. We've got thigh cut, so hopefully we'll get some. We've got thigh cut, so we should be able to get some okay poses. Actually, yeah, prob's not, but all right. And then we've got double at the knee, but it's pins. So yeah, just more evidence there that this is probably that Django buck. We've got ratcheted vertical in the ankle and rockers. So let's have a look at his articulation here. Sorry, not his articulation, at his accessories here. Yeah, mean mugget over there, mister. So much newness here. Look at this backpack. I don't think that this has been used before. If I am wrong, please tell me. What's that? What's that for? That's interesting. Is that for the rocket? I don't think so. What is that for? Maybe this is reuse and that is for an accessory from the previous figure it was used for. I don't think it's for the Darksaber. Is it? No, it's not. Interesting. What is that little flappy bit for there? Something circular. I might be wrong. Maybe this isn't completely new. It looks new to me. I can't place it. But anyways, maybe it is just a missile. But it keeps falling out. We'll see what it looks like on the body, and then the Darksaber. And yeah, that pops out there. That's great. That's lovely stuff. Yeah, I'm so stoked that we get this with our pre-Vizsla. I mean, it's only right. He was in possession of the Darksaber for so long. That pre-Vizsla helmet, 2 antennae there, 1 there. Great paint app. There's the Death Watch, the 3 spikes. That's what it is. Yeah, the 3 spikes. I don't know what that symbol is on his chest, but I assume it's accurate to the show. And then I assume these are exactly the same 2 blasters that we just got with Sabine. No, they are not. They are different, but these are not painted because I don't imagine that pre-Vizsla is the type to give his blasters fancy colors. So let's get everything on here. This is like, this is almost like G.I. Joe classified levels of accessorization, guys. Really, really digging this. Sorry to cover up that incredible head sculpt, but all right, got some Terminator music going. Oh, I hope I don't get a bloody strike. We don't have any effects for the jetpack there, but that's cool. Is it? I don't mind. We've got enough. That would have, like, I think that would have kicked this guy up into, like, deluxe realm there. But let's try and get this guy into a cool pose. And then we'll, yeah, look at this guy, man. That is awesome. Okay. Yes, he's definitely the best of the bunch today by far. Not by far. There are drawbacks, like the body is a drawback, but it works, right? I can still pose this guy up. Lovely stuff. Oh man, this is going to be a long review. 7.5 minutes on this guy. Jeez. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna ditch this dude. Come back. Don't think I'm gonna do much posing. I've already done a little bit in each one. I'm just gonna put these guys all out on the table, and then we are going to do a final verdict on the whole wave. I'll catch you guys then. Peace. Alrighty guys, I'm back to give you my final verdict on this wave. Well, technically not a complete wave, bit of a mix and match of like 2 different waves. So I know I'm missing the new R2-D2, the kind of larger and more in scale R2. I'm missing, I think it's an R5-D4 as well. Is that right? I actually kind of have lost track, guys. I have Shin and Balin Skull on the way, as well as Starkiller on the way, and I will review those in a separate video. But yeah, so a bit of a jumble of 2 different waves here, but I mean, these are just gorgeous figures. The Ahsoka figures over here have just so much detail. Their paint apps are just gorgeous. I think probably the weakest of the lot would be Marrok. I don't know, I guess I didn't really vibe with that character. There wasn't a lot there. So maybe that's kind of my feelings about him from the show are kind of bleeding into reality here when I'm looking at the toys. But I think the Sabine, for a figure that I did not want to buy, is initially and kind of came around to is, I think she's fantastic. Beautiful detail there. The Hera as well. I love Hera. I've always loved Hera. And yeah, once again, wasn't going to get this one, but super stoked that I have her now. The Huyang is fantastic. Really love all the new stuff here. Ezra, overall great figure and super glad to have him. I just don't know who to pose him with, because I already have my Rebels crew up there with my first version of Ezra, and I love that first version of Ezra. So I don't know, I might just pose Ezra off to the side there. Morgan, for a figure that hasn't got the best articulation, that is hindered somewhat, and doesn't have any accessories. Oh, she might actually be my second favorite of the lot. I just really vibed with that character. I really like that character. I love my female characters, guys. Really do. And Morgan was just cool. She was just a badass. She stood toe to toe with Ahsoka, and did all that awesome Night Sister witch magic there in the Ahsoka series. And yeah, gotta give it to my favorite over here, Mr. Vizsla, Mr. Jon Favreau himself. Absolutely love this figure. Stoked that we have him, and stoked that he came with exactly what he needed to. Love that he came with a Darksaber. So yep, that's it, guys. Overall, pretty positive on these guys. I'm gonna bust out of here. Look, please, if you're watching for the first time, give me a sub, hit me with a like, and hit the notification bell if you like my style and you want to see more of me. I'm Dave, coming at you from the Dave Cave. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Peace.